Welcome to Rich House Reviews Bars, man. Kanye crashing out, man, in real time. Real time, man. And we going to break down the whole crash out right now. Now, on Rich House Reviews Bars, I've tried a couple of freestyle reactions. I'm letting y'all know I'm diving more into the deeper conversation. So if you want me to jump into a convo, drop it in the comments. Other than that, let's get right into it and let's see what Kanye's talking about. All right, shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop, I think is the name of the channel.
What is going on with Kanye? There is no other way to put it at this point, but even for his standards, he has managed to crash out to levels that we have never seen and just overall shock the rap world to its very core, because for the first time ever, Kanye has not just ripped up all of his ties to the music or fashion industries with what he has done, but when it comes to the culture and thing that has always held him down no matter what he has done with, of course, hip-hop, by trying to destroy so many of the faces and even his own friends within the very culture that he has been so integral to. The situation he has created is genuinely one of the worst things we have ever seen from a rapper ever.
I mean, I think it's the fact that he got $1 billion and it changes the game. A lot of rappers don't have $1 billion, so they don't have as much of a reach.
And with the way Ye is now dissing people like his former best friend and once go-to collaborator Jay-Z and also Beyoncé specifically, and amongst other big names like Kendrick Lamar, there is not a single chance anymore that any of this ends well for him. And now before we go any further into all of this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now when it comes to...
Do y'all think Kendrick and Kanye, who y'all got going in that competition?
Yay. While this may feel like a lot to say considering who is in question, the crash out that we have seen from him here is without a doubt the rock bottom of his entire career.
That's a
as
fact.
With these moments that are actually making people believe that the Kanye we are seeing now is not the Kanye that we knew and loved then. Overall, what everyone can agree on is that Ye's image and reputation is crashing in the worst way possible, and this time around, Ye has made so many mistakes that he is really never going to come back from this, because what the difference is between this exact crash out that we have seen and other ones, for example, that ruined brands like Yeezy and got him dropped from the music industry, is that while there Ye was beefing with bigger entities and organizations, he still had the respect of his peers and the people by his side. And of course,
I'm going to be honest with you. When you get $1 billion, you are not no longer at the same level as your peers. Things change.
Because of this, not just did people still want to make music with him, like Playboi Carti or Ty, but artists still wanted to bring him out at major events and stand alongside him, and specifically, in this, while people like Tyler, the Creator, and Travis Scott used to make sure that everybody knew that Ye could not be erased from the lineage of hip-hop, that is never going to happen again, because literally even with the artists who have done nothing but support Ye and show that they want to be friends, Ye has even dissed them and said some of the nastiest things that you possibly could about people who are generally non-problematic in this industry. And when it comes to this, nobody is feeling this more than Tyler, the Creator, as with one of the most viral moments Ye has made in this entire rant, which does not seem like it's going to end anytime soon. He said things about Tyler that just disparaged his entire career and what he has represented to the entire rap world. And this is because Ye said that Tyler has never made a memorable song, has no...
Now, last album was alright. It wasn't as, it was alright. I think he got better albums than the last album.
Ignoring the fact that in the past, Ye said that Tyler inspired him to make an album like Jesus, it's clear that this was a nasty move that Ye made, while more angry than ever to just try and take down Tyler and his confidence. And whether this is because Ye is jealous that North's favorite artist seems to be Tyler, or there is another reason that's probably way more ridiculous than that. When we look back at how this is not the version of Kanye that we all once knew, and how now because of that he is never going to redeem himself. Him coming for someone in Tyler who loves his music and his craft more than anything like this was done intentionally on his end to bother him as much as he possibly can. But still, while Tyler may be upset by having one of his idols say this about him, compared to some of the other things Ye has said, this does not seem that bad at all in comparison. Because with what they ended up saying to Jay-Z and Beyoncé about their family, which was so bad that even for Ye's standards, that Ye even ended up taking it down. First off, seeing Ye just diss someone who was so integral in his career is just more telling than anything else of how far gone he is. But also with Ye disrespecting someone who is as respected and successful as Hov and Beyoncé at this point, and add that with the
Do you think Jay and Kanye been cool for a while? Because I don't think so.
The disgusting comments he made about their family, which are so bad that I am not even going to show or go into any further because I don't think it helps anybody to keep talking about them.
Yeah.
I mean, Ye has even expressed that even in this time where he is saying whatever he thinks, and coming back to how all of this is the mark of time where Ye has just made everything he will ever do irredeemable. Well, no matter how far he seemingly took things, there was big rappers who still believed in the best of his creative abilities. With Ye ruining his ties to a rapper who looked up to him so much that he said that he would not even be himself without Kanye.
That's the important part, man. That's Virgil, Travis, Drake, and Travis.
And of course,
my bad. Virgil, Travis, Drake, and Playboi Carti.
Travis Scott, to even Future, who he says is washed up, to Ty Dolla $ign, who he claims was forced to move away from him, Kid Cudi, who he also calls out here, Metro Boomin as well, and Playboi Carti, who in this time, in terms of the music they have been releasing and the creative partnership they have had for a while before this, it really made Carti the most key collaborator Ye had, because the two were bringing out the best in each other at a time, and that was reflected when a song like Carnival became so successful. So with Ye managing to ruin his ties with all of these people who still, despite where he was at, all of them either made albums with him like Ty, or had no problems and wanted to do features with him, or in the case of Travis, he even brought out Ye during some of the biggest shows he ever had. With what Ye has done, going forward, not a single one of these guys is ever going to want to help him out again. Because Ye has put himself in a place where he is not just impossible to support because of the awful choices he has made, but he has ended up just dissing and talking about all of these...
Yeah, but I feel like if that's somebody that you're going to support, then support, you got to support your brother through any situation. So if you don't feel, support him, even publicly. A lot of people want to fall back publicly, and I think that's the problem. That's what Kanye got a problem with, is that a lot of these people stand up and try to act like they're in his corner, and they're not really in his corner.
Artist in a way that most people would never even think of, and just as he is spiraling and ranting more and more, and specifically out of all of this, and again, showing how the old Kanye is really gone and he is never coming back. With how Ye has been yelling at and trying to take down Playboi Carti specifically, this is one of the most off-putting things he has ever done, which is really saying a lot. Because from trying to play some sort of a gotcha game back and forth with Iggy Azalea because Carti apparently wanted to work with North, so now Ye is trying to bring Onyx into all of his music. So all of the other narratives he is trying to not just connect Carti to, but defend himself and his awful remaining friends because of. Again, in a time where Carti is breaking records, Ye is really putting on a masterclass in terms of showing everyone why these artists are now and should pull away from him, because he is just a problem to all of their careers at this point, because he is going to end up taking down anybody who is even just slightly supporting or connected to him. And it's really crazy how he can't just take accountability of the ridiculous things he's saying. Instead of trying to act like these guys are purposefully avoiding him, when in reality, when he was keeping his mouth quiet, he had major credits on an album like Utopia. And of course, people like Carti and Travis and Tyler were working with him and being seen in public with him. And now beyond all of the crash outs over his friends and collaborators, which really, with Ye going off on people like Tyler, Travis, and Carti, just seems like a reaction to something much bigger going on, although that does not make it any less sadder to see how these proteges of his are seeing their relationship with somebody who they have so much history with just go up like that. Ye spent a lot of his rant when he was not making the rappers who fueled his semi-comeback possible or messing with the wrong people like Jay-Z in the most disrespectful way you ever could. Talking about who made him this jealous to say all of these things in the first place. As aside from when Ye was rambling about people like Pusha T and Jim Jones as well, he subliminally revealed by how much he was talking about these two individuals of why he is doing all of this in the first place and why he is dissing everyone to try and get any sort of attention. And now who I am talking about here, you may have guessed it, but it is both Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And now when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, it's really starting to seem like all together. Kendrick's prime has pushed Ye to just get this loud and this desperate for attention, because on this career-ending tangent that he is currently on, he said a lot about Kendrick, that both was trying to take him down in the most desperate ways, and was trying to force and make Kendrick just full-on diss him back, because he seems like he wants the spotlight of that back and forth with the current king of hip-hop as a whole. And so from saying that he didn't like Not Like Us, to then spiraling into saying how Kendrick is a puppet for the industry who just worked to end Drake's run, to then even saying that Kendrick did not deserve the Super Bowl over him, Drake, or Travis Scott, to then saying a lot more off-putting things about him, which are not even worth saying in full.
He definitely called them an R-word.
A lot of Ye's claims seem to be rooted from the anger and frustration that he always is talking about Kendrick Lamar with. and right alongside Kendrick. While Drake fans thought that Ye was joining their side by going so far against Lamar, Ye showed that he is still as livid at Drake as he ever has been, because with this section of his ridiculous rant that he spent talking about him, from calling Drake a particular name over and over again to all of the other stuff he said,
he called him
Ye
the
has
F
shown
word.
that he's always been mad at Drake and that he thinks he is just as weird as ever. And with the way Ye talked about the line Drake had on Family Matters, which referenced Kim Kardashian, where he said that he did the Kim to it, skim through it, it seems like Ye could be more angry at Drake than ever, not because he's the top guy in rap anymore and he is jealous of that, because that is of course what Kendrick Lamar represents to him now. It's because he thinks something has been going on behind the scenes with Drake and Kim, and as the two have continued to have more and more interactions recently that we have seen. Again, this does not seem like the furthest thing from reality, but by picking all of these beefs and so many others, again, from friends to his competition to some of the most prominent faces and icons in all of the industry, between how Ye is now matching his awful thoughts and ideas by taking down not just people who he wants beef with, but people who he used to be friends with. Overall, that old Kanye that we all miss is gone, and he is never coming back. And really, when it comes to this guy's relationship and connection with hip-hop, he has now lost the support of every single importing artist who still has the influence within the culture to ever bring him back. But with what Ye is now saying and how far he is going with his awful ideas, I don't even think anyone would have tried to support him. And so overall, with us being at this point where this is what we have to deal with and see in hip-hop, and because of this, one of the most prolific artists ever is ruining their presence, and for some people, even his entire legacy, no matter what you think, Ye has made a move that has ended his run and his time being one of the most respected rappers by his peers ever, because he's managed to now turn against all of the people who he worked with, and with us just seeing this version of Kanye take over. And again, compared to what he used to represent in hip-hop for so long, this is the furthest thing we could have ever imagined him becoming at so many different times.
I think losing his
no matter
mom
how
hurt.
you want to put it and how mad you are at the current version of Ye. For how this is unfolded, this is a sad day for hip-hop, and for Kanye here on out. No matter how he tries to move forward from this, hip-hop is never going to welcome him back again. And so now with all that said, let me know. What do you think of this all-time crash out from Ye?
Anyway, I feel like Kanye is a billionaire, bro, and I think that we're not looking at money as power. Money is power in the industry that he's in, and I think I respect the fact that he's even in a position to talk like this. You know, if he didn't have the money, people wouldn't respect what he had to say. So the fact that he's able to say what he has to say is because he's in a certain level of money. That has distanced itself from every other artist. That has distanced itself from every other producer and everybody else in the industry. And that's why he is big-headed the way that he is, because he's the biggest in that industry. Now, there are other artists that have done certain things, but when it comes to that Billy, not so many artists have reached that level that are going to still be themselves and not, be a puppet for the money. So, if y'all definitely want me to cover more of this, definitely let me know in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the top bell, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.